Well, hello on this September-like day. I want to take a replay of the radar from yesterday. You can kind of see these two rounds of rain. Central Minnesota getting the bulk of the morning rain. Of course, we got a little bit here in the metro. And then as storms redeveloped later in the day, you can see that heavy rain, those thunderstorms, some of those strong moving across southern Minnesota. So two separate waves, as we talked about yesterday, one to the north, one to the south. We are hoping we could get in on a little bit of that southern rainfall. Parts of the South Metro got up to an inch of rain, but most of us were left, of course, dry. The airport coming in at just under a half inch, but some spots 2 to 3 inches plus here in south central Minnesota. And then today, because we've cooled off the atmosphere so rapidly, we're talking about 20-degree below normal temperatures for some. That moisture that's left over condensing out as cloud cover. It's like opening the freezer door. You get that condensation pretty instantly. And so here in the eastern part of the state where the rain ended last, we're left with these stubborn clouds that we may not burn through today. But yeah, as I mentioned, temperatures anywhere between 10 and 20 degrees below normal in this green to purplish haze. Unusually cool considering especially how hot it's been this summer. But you can see the models here do keep most of those clouds around over us. If we can't get enough peaks of sun, we may not even hit 70 today. Big story also, of course, Elsa. It was briefly a hurricane overnight. This is from NOAA showing some of the satellite imagery. You can see all the clusters of lightning, some rapid intensification that allowed it to briefly become a hurricane. Made landfall as a tropical storm, however, and it has continued to spin away here across northern Florida, and then its track is going to take it all the way along the east coast. So it's going to be a big rainmaker for many areas. That's going to be the biggest thing. We have a whole slew of flood warnings, primarily flood watches and warnings across northern Florida into southeastern Georgia, and you can expect more of the same as it moves northeast, because really the whole southeast has been very wet this summer, as of course we've been the polar opposite of that, very dry. So it becomes a tropical depression over the next couple of days, rains itself out over Georgia, the Carolinas, Virginia, and then all the way up to Maine and Nova Scotia here by the weekend. So of course, big story there as far as rainfall. And you can see this is forecast rainfall for the next 48 hours, 2 to 4 inches of rain here in that red swath across the southeast. So that's going to be the biggest thing with what's left, or what will become what's left of Elsa. Meanwhile, for us, some changes in our forecast. What looked hopeful for some rainier patterns has shifted a little bit. We'll explain why, but the heat bubble off to the west is going to be building back in. So cool today, tomorrow even still in the 70s, probably Friday too, but then as we head into the weekend, things warm back up pretty quickly. Now I want to show you some differences here in the upper level pattern. So this is what it looks like now for Saturday morning, and this is toggling back from what it looked like 4th of July for the very same period Saturday morning. A closed upper level low versus an open wave, we call this, which allows it to move quicker. So this is the closed low that was forecast for the weekend, and what happens is that slows down the system, and it would have allowed us to be on the stormier side of that. So this is what it looks like now. As we head into late Sunday, that development of a closed low happens further southeast of us. So at that core of cool air aloft, instability, and then ahead of it, you get that deep southerly flow. That's where it's going to be stormy over areas that have already seen lots of moisture, and we're just going to see the heat build back in more quickly. So that's why the forecast has changed, and this next system is going to bring some showers mostly to southwestern Minnesota tomorrow. This is midday, and then into Iowa. I think that stays just to our west. And then another shot maybe of some spotty showers or thunderstorms. This is late Friday. Again, not great chances, so you'll see a lightning bolt and a raindrop here in the forecast, but they are not very good chances of moisture, I'm afraid. So it's just more of the same, this persistence pattern where it stays wet to our southeast and dry here, and then hot to the west, and then occasionally here. That's just been the stuck pattern. But yeah, maybe 71 today if we can get enough peaks of sun. Tomorrow brings hope of more sunshine, and this time of year, if you get any, it will warm things up quickly. So cool overnight though. Open the windows, let in some cool air, 54 degrees. Warming it back up here as we head towards Sunday, Monday, mid to upper 80s. Many models bring us back up to 90 here by Tuesday, so enjoy this brief shot of cooler weather. And again, just some isolated rain chances. Unless you're in southwestern Minnesota, you could see a good cluster of at least some brief showers or some thunderstorms midday tomorrow.